What's going on, Scorpio? I hope you are doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading from March 10th to the 14th, 2022. So in this reading, Scorpio, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming, and we're also going to close off the reading with some advice and messages from your angels and spirit guides for March 10th to the 14th, 2022. So first and foremost, you're definitely very welcome here in this space with me, Scorpio, as we go through this reading. I appreciate you taking the time to check out the reading. If you feel that this resonates with you, don't forget to like and subscribe, Scorpio. I would appreciate that greatly. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this reading for you and see what wants to come through. Damn, I'm rhyming out here. Okay, let's see. As always, I want to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for Scorpio. Yikes! You sad? What's going on here, Scorpio? We're going to find out. Keep the Five of Cups in mind. It wanted to pop out. But let's go ahead and see here. Card's going a little haywire. All right, let's go ahead and see what is cracking for you here, Scorpio. Oh, I'm not laughing at your pain here, Scorpio. It's just funny, right? Five of Cups. Can't make this stuff up. Yikes. All right, Scorpio. A lot of interesting energy going on. I don't even know where to start with this one. Let's start off in your overall general energy, though, which is the Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and also the Nine of Wands here. Super interesting energy here, Scorpio. I sense there's a feeling this could be related to your job. I'm just getting that for some of you, where a lot of you, whatever job you're working here, the Queen of Pentacles, there could be a falling out with the passion that you have for your particular career. There could be an underlying feeling here that you have unfinished business when it comes to either a person or what you truly love to do in the world, where it is you truly love to live, what it is you truly love to do, who you want to be around. It's almost like you feel like your life looks good on paper, Scorpio, but like deep down there's some sort of pain here. Now, it's possible that some of you are the Queen of Pentacles to your family or to some sort of situation where it's very sad. You could be in a relationship, a long-term marriage, Scorpio, with someone. The Five of Cups, it's an energy of sadness, despair. It could even be guilt, abandonment. Just like, I'm just getting it more like problems, though. Like, you could be dealing with someone who has substance abuse issues. You could even, because you're not like doing what you're passionate about. What I sense going on here potentially for some of you, Scorpio, and I know that this is kind of like, we're just going to jump right into what I feel could be going on for you. There's something to do with like money and maybe like you've manifested. I sense financial success for a lot of you, but it's almost like it's not fulfilling you anymore. And generally in pursuing their own interests, like people have created the myth that in order to achieve true happiness in life and achieve your goals, you have to have money first. And as a result, people replace their kind of like their original goal with the artificial substitute of money. So now when I say this to you, Scorpio, I don't want you to become triggered. I want you to just reflect on maybe this is something potentially happening with you. And it makes sense. Like who wouldn't want to first secure the money situation? But in the end, generally, it's like if you stay somewhere where you're not meant to be, but even though it compensates with money, in the end, the person kind of loses out on both money and their original goal because your thought energy is focused on like just the money and the substitute for your true purpose, which always brings all the money can make you happy in the world, but if you're not satisfied deep down, it can't fix anything. So you need money. I get that. I get that's why what you're doing, Scorpio. But like on the other hand, maybe open your mind. How can I live the life that I really want to live? Because that's what you came here to do. So remember this, to fulfill your dream, whatever that may be, do not think about the money. Keep your thoughts on the original goal. The money will come to you because it is an accompanying attribute to the goal. As you start to like really commit to whatever lights you up instead of just the money. Some of you, this might sound crazy. You will always be given everything you need. This is how it works, okay? Not necessarily everything you want, but the universe will always support you with abundance as long as you actually commit to something that feels good, okay? It's the secret to happiness is not to like create your life so that you feel good in the future, because the present moment is all that we have here, Scorpio, okay? So I hope some of this is making sense. It's just what wanted to come through here. So it's good reflection. Anyway, so there may be a switch up with that. Maybe your family, your partner, or your career. It's just something doesn't satisfy you because in what you don't see coming, you have the world. The world indicates, coming to an end, a completion of a certain phase of your life. So it's very possible that, and the Queen of Swords, what you don't see coming is you being hit with this knowledge. You see how, I read how the cards are laid out, like the way that they look at each other. And the Queen of Swords is looking right at that World card, which says, you're almost at the end of a road too quickly. Okay, so like what could be going on with you, Scorpio, for some of you at least, is like you thought you would be in a career for your whole life. The Hanged Man, Spirit is calling you to really honestly look at how stuck you are instead of pretending that everything's all good, because that leads to disaster down the road. You could save yourself now by just suppressing, ignoring whatever's not working out, but like really that's just going to worsen it. So Spirit is saying the Hanged Man is all about, it's coming through as a reversal in perspective actually, because the High Priestess to the world, there's some sort of knowledge that you're confronting, because the Queen of Swords is totally your own energy here. It's like, there could be someone, a Queen of Swords, who pushes you out of something that you're no longer meant for, and you just blame it on the person, potentially for some of you. High Priestess here, though, Scorpio, and what you don't see coming. There's a mystery that's going to be revealed to you that like almost comes out of nowhere. It's like you realize why you've been sad, you admit something to yourself, but then you're going to still be very hesitant, most likely for a lot of you stay where you're no longer happy. Like I'm just going to read it straight up because the Eight of Swords is here. Advice to really look at what are my other options, okay? Because what this world does, Scorpio, thoughts are things. There's a lot of thoughts that people think that you think are your own thoughts are really just social conditioning. And if you have the thought that you're stuck somewhere, that was a thought that was imposed on you by some sort of system who's benefiting on your energy, whether this be a family unit that you're keeping it together for everyone, getting no credit, and it's bringing you sadness, or this is a job that you no longer want to be in, and it's like ruining your life because of that. It's very interesting energy. Excuse me, I hate when that happens. I had a rant going and then the universe was like, nope. So I was about to say something maybe I wasn't meant to say. So with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the clarification portion of this reading, Scorpio. All right, let's go ahead and see why this Five of Cups is here, in your overall general energy. Now, generally, whenever this Five of Cups comes up, the question that I always ask myself when I see this card is like, what have you learned from sad times? Okay, what have you learned from this sadness? That's the question, like the pain that you're going through. What is it trying to teach you? Because this is an old wound. This is something that maybe I sense a lot of you knew. Whatever this Queen of Pentacles, the situation you got yourself in where you're kind of a leader, maybe this is in your work or dealing with a family, you knew going in, okay, I knew I was going to have to step up. Maybe it's not what I really wanted to do, but it was just convenient at the time. So what is this sadness teaching you about yourself? Something that I really do sense like it's something that a lot of you knew, but it was hidden from you. And all of a sudden you're like, fuck! I'm sorry, I gotta stop cursing. I don't want to get this video demonetized. All right, okay. Let's go ahead and move down here. Why is the Five of Cups here? Sorry for ranting. Okay, aloneness. Some of you this may have to do with a breakup here, where you feel you're worried about being alone because you're worried that like you're so tied to something. I don't know what it is, Scorpio, but it's either like a system of a job or family. Like I keep saying, I think it's different for a lot of you. That's why I keep emphasizing the differences. because it's a general reading. But the aloneness card, I think a lot of you, like, you feel alone, okay? Like, you feel like you need this to be happy, but it doesn't make you happy. And you're starting to look at, like, maybe I need to completely just, like, redo how I've been living this life. Like, I need to, it's really interesting. You're starting to get a download about something. Let's also clarify, maybe this will tell us more why the Nine of Wands is here. Excuse me. 9 is all about completion, the completion of a cycle. Also right below that, I mean, right above that World card, that's completion, you know. 2 more. Why is the 9 of Wands here? For Scorpio, from March 10th to the 14th in the overall general energy. Okay, yeah, harmony. The 9 of Wands is clarified by the 10 of Cups in this deck. It's called the Harmony card here. So I think there's some sort of unfinished business that you have. It's maybe with someone in love that, like, you could potentially be harmonious with, that you just don't want to look at, and you're very afraid of being alone, and you're staying to someone else, for some of you. For others of you, though, this 9 of Wands to the 10 of Cups, it's like, you know that whatever is causing you sadness, you're not happy here. You're never gonna, you could get the 10 of Pentacles where you're probably staying, but you're not gonna get the 10 of Cups. And you know it. And you may have been suppressing that for a long time. And it comes to light with the High Priestess. I don't sense your intuition's on, I don't sense that your intuition is off point. You know shit, freaking Scorpio. You know shit that's gonna happen, but then you just, you don't trust yourself enough, honestly. Or maybe you do, or maybe this is what you needed to go through, right? So it's not going to be like that for everyone. Well, let's go ahead and move down here to what you don't see coming, okay? Let's see why the High Priestess is here, Scorpio. You're ripe for new knowledge. Expect downloads. For what you don't see coming, downloads, okay? So meditate this for the 10th to the 14th, the next 24 to 48 hours, depending on where you're watching this from, when you're watching this. I guess where to. Oh. One more. Why is the High Priestess here? Okay, the High Priestess is clarified by the Possibilities card, and that's what it is really here, Scorpio. You know, I don't think a lot of you guys know exactly where you want to be. You just know exactly where you don't want to be, and that's something to do with your life right now. So you're starting to open up the mind, Scorpio, and you're starting to realize that maybe the things I have been thinking my whole life are quite stupid, and everything we've been told is a lie. But maybe for some of you, you're like, no, it's my worldview is the best one. But the truth is, everything's a self-fulfilling prophecy. There is no one worldview. Everyone is in a separate parallel reality. You create your own reality. We think there's only one planet Earth. Really, there's like as many planet Earths as there are people, from a certain perspective. Let's also clarify why this world is here. Why is the world here? Come to an end. Benefits to some sort of hero's journey that you've been on. Now ready for the new, but still resisting it for a lot of you. Okay, going with the flow. Yeah, this is your destiny. Okay, Ace of Cups. Could be a new lover coming in. But also this is just, you're looking for emotional freedom here, because look at the clarifications and look at the overall energy. 5 of Cups is what you got going on. But there is a big opportunity to move in a direction that is emotionally satisfying, maybe not logically, Scorpio, okay? Understand that you need to understand and accept your fear right now, okay? Let me go into this real quick. I know I'm ranting in this, but I really think for some of you going through this, it's going to help you a lot. Because you guys are fearing letting go something and moving into a new direction, or like even... I swear to God, Scorpio, like there's this, like, the universe is literally like a waterfall that wants to just give you all this information that only you can understand through your own way of connecting with subtle energy in the universe and what you need to do, your intuition, your gut, whatever. It's literally like this waterfall that wants to like dump on you, that you just have this like thing blocking it. And you're like, nope, I'm not going to pull the string. Sorry, I'm not getting wet today. Nope. That would suck to dry myself off. I'm not doing that shit. And it's like, why, Scorpio? Just dive into it. Get wet. There's something that you have to look at that maybe is overwhelming to look at here. So with that being said, let me get into what I was just talking about, which is fear. Because there's fear of almost even looking at possibilities for you, but you know it's there. So let me explain something to you, right? Ready? Something I learned from a great mentor of mine, Jordan Belfort. There's 3 ways of dealing with fear. Number 1, pretend your fear doesn't exist, which works out pretty horribly in the end. It saves you time, but it works horribly in the end, because this is kind of what some of you may have been doing. Number 2, you act in spite of fear, which also a lot of you may have been doing, which is you move in a direction that just makes sense financially, and it's fearful because it's not what you really want to do emotionally, but it's just you do it for practical reasons. You act in spite of fear, where you can. This is what you guys are actually doing through. You're pushing through, Scorpio. You're like, I know it doesn't matter. This is life. It's like, no, redefine your life. You'll experience a new life. Act in spite of fear doesn't work, what you guys have been doing. The third way, though, what I would recommend you do, what helps me along my journey, is to understand and actually accept my fear. Okay, so what this means, you understand and accept your fear by realizing that most of your fears are smokescreens for 2 deeper fears. Number 1, I'm not good enough. Number 2, people won't like or love me. Okay, and what you need to understand is that your whole world isn't gonna end by leaving a system that you're not really meant to be in. Okay, people, the true people in your life, they love you for who you are and not what you do. Okay, true people. Like if you're being called to move in a direction, you're just afraid of what other people will think. Those people are not your true friends anyway. True people, like the true definition of love is to take someone as a part of yourself. So if you're truly taking them as a part of yourself, you take their best interest as your best interest. So if someone's not doing that for you, it's kind of a clear indication maybe I should find higher vibrational people who can do that. So what doing that would look like is someone who is a true friend, someone who's truly there for you. You come to them and you say, hey, I'm Scorpio. Hey, let me tell you my situation. I am really stuck in a situation and I really fear even exploring other opportunities and moving in this direction. I literally just lost my whole train of thought. Guys, sometimes when the brain is moving this fast, you got to give me a break. Sorry, I had it download. Once again, maybe I just wasn't meant to go forward with it. But the main point is people will love you for who you are and not what you do. Okay, I actually got it again. True love is to take something as part of yourself, which means if someone comes to you and they say, hey, I feel like I have to leave this situation. If you truly love them, you'll be like, okay, because I want you to do what you do because it makes you happy, because I'm not possessive. I'm not like vampiring you for my energy. So, okay, do what you got to do. If someone's not behaving that like that and they're like forcing you to stay somewhere you don't want to be, it's probably not someone you actually want to be around, Scorpio. So I don't know why I'm just going on these rants, but I'm just trying to channel the energy that I feel a lot of you may be experiencing. Okay, so let's go ahead and move down here to the advice from your spirit guides. The Hanged Man, look at something, surrender. It's very much surrendering to something. Let's go ahead and clarify. Change in perspective. Why is the Hanged Man here for Scorpio? Why is the Hanged Man here for Scorpio? Awareness. Yeah, so like there's something that you do not want to look at because it fricks your world up, Scorpio. It's just how I'm gonna put it. Got to be willing to look at something. You got to be willing to like look at like how other people live their life, study other cultures. You don't have to be set in a box here. So you're having awareness about your whole life. Where you are may not where you want to be. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to conclude this reading. If you want more information about what this awareness is or what you're experiencing, whatever your particular situation is, feel free to book a personal reading with me, Scorpio. You can find all the information on that in the description box underneath this video. It would be an honor and a pleasure to work with you to uncover what really is going on individually. But either way, I appreciate every single one of you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I tried to pour my heart into it as best as I could. And With that being, or I did, don't say try, right? I didn't try, I did. With that being said, I'll talk to you next time, Scorpio. Have a great day or night.